So I've got all of my data now in here. The one thing that I'm missing is my stormwater network. I don't have that in GIS. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom my GIS window to kind of match the scale of my Riley County window. And I can actually get these pipes into GIS. One of the things you'll notice is if I click on one of these pipes, it doesn't have the length. None of these have lengths. We do have from elevation and to elevation information, but no lengths. I don't even think we have the dimensions other than detailed specifications from the City of Manhattan's website. This one has rim elevation, invert elevation, but really nothing beyond that. So there is a way that you can sketch in your stormwater network into GIS, and that's what I recommend doing, just kind of eyeballing it in. It doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm going to go over here to the catalog, and if you don't see this catalog thing, you can go over here to Windows and turn it on. So in my catalog file, I'm just going to pin it because I need it to stay open for a while. Inside of here, in my folder connections, I'm going to navigate to my GIS directory into this stormwater network analysis one. And inside of here, I'm just going to right click and go to new. And I want to create a feature class. This is going to allow me to create some vector data. So I'm going to give it a name, and I'm going to call it, we can call it inlets. I haven't decided if I want to call it, we'll just call it SW nodes, because these are kind of like nodes. Like these are nodes, this is an intake. So I'll just call them stormwater nodes. They're not polygons, they're going to be points. So I'm going to hit this drop down and I'm going to call them points. Down here I'm going to leave this at default and hit next. I do need to assign it a spatial projection. So I did set this one as my favorite so I could get to it easy. But if you don't have a favorite set, this thing can be found inside of the projected coordinate systems. Remember, there's two types of coordinate system. One is kind of spherical, which is what geographic is, and the other one is kind of flat, which is what projected is. And inside of there, inside of the projected one, I'm going to go into the state plane, and inside of state plane I'm going to look for this NAD 1983 US feet, and inside of here I'm going to look for Kansas, and I'm going to look for Kansas North, and then I'll click next to that, and next again, next, and finish. And what that has done is created, hopefully, a stormwater node. It doesn't appear in my geodatabase here because for whatever reason it doesn't sometimes refresh, so I have to right click here and hit refresh, and then it pops in. So I have that. The other thing that I need now are some pipes. So I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to go new, and I'm going to choose feature class again, and I'll just call it pipes, SW pipes. And this time it's going to be a line feature. And I'll click next. I'll need to select my spatial coordinate system. And then I'll just click next to this, and next, and finish. And I have my stormwater nodes and my stormwater pipes. So right now they're just empty containers. They don't have any data in them, but we can put data into them. So I'm going to right click on this again and make something else. I'm going to go new, feature class, and I'm going to call this catchments. I think you guys know where this is going. And I'm going to just abbreviate it to CTMT with an S on the end. And that one is going to be a polygon feature. So I have 3 different things I can pick here. I had polygon, line, and point. So I've made a point, I made a line, and now this one's going to become a polygon. Next, select a spatial coordinate system. Next, next, and next again, and finish. So now I can see in my table of contents, I have stormwater nodes, stormwater pipes, and I have catchments. So what I'll probably do is drag and drop this into my hydraulics section, turn off stream gauges, and maybe I'll just rename this group. Call it my storm water network. Repurposing it. And I'm going to drag and drop these things inside of there. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off things I don't need. I don't think I need to have my system boundary delineated anymore. And I probably want to keep my aerial up because I have to compare even though the resolution is really bad.